Hey everyone, Matt Peiken here. If you've made Wake Up part of your daily local news diet, I would love it if you took just a moment to give it 5 stars on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify and write a glowing sentence or two if you have it in you. It makes a real difference in picking up new listeners. Thanks so much for the boost. All right, on with the news. Wake up, Cincinnati. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for closing your week out with me. Here's your Friday newscast for March 20th. A Democrat challenging U.S. Representative Greg Landsman is defending his past vote for Donald Trump. Damon Lynch IV told the Inquirer he voted for Trump in the 2016 Republican primary as a, quote, protest, saying he never intended to support Trump and felt a vote for Bernie Sanders wouldn't matter. Lynch, who once gave an invocation at a Trump rally, also faced criticism over a 2021 Facebook post during the January 6th attack. He now says the post was sarcastic. Lynch argues the focus should be on Landsman's vote related to military action in Iran. The primary is May 5th. Read more about this in the Inquirer. The United States Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit heard arguments in Cincinnati on whether immigrants in detention who say they're being held illegally can be released on bond while awaiting court hearings. Federal judges are split on whether they're allowed to grant bond at all. The ruling would affect detainees in Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Michigan, where about 3,800 immigrants were in custody as of February. Judges also questioned the federal government's move to classify all undocumented immigrants as seeking admission, raising concerns about indefinite detention and limited bed space. A decision is pending. Read more at WVXU. A neighborhood grocery store created to address food insecurity in Lower Price Hill has apparently closed for good. Meisers Fresh Grocery and Deli shut down Wednesday, ending a 5-year effort to bring healthy food closer to residents. Nonprofits Community Matters, Price Hill Will, and the Urban Appalachian Community Coalition partnered to form Your Store of the Queen City in 2021 and reopen Meisers as a food hub. Owners pinned the closure on supply chain barriers and income instability. More than half of Lower Price Hill residents have experienced food insecurity in recent years, according to federal data. Community Matters will continue operating its food pantry and gardens. Read more at WVXU. An over-the-Rhine nonprofit is suing to take control of 2 long-troubled buildings near Findlay Market. OTR Adopt filed a complaint in Hamilton County Common Pleas Court against the company owning 20 and 22 Findlay Street. City records show the buildings were declared public nuisances years ago and remain unsafe and deteriorating. The nonprofit wants a judge to grant receivership, allowing it to stabilize the properties and eventually transfer them to a developer. Founder Danny Klinger says, quote, "It's time to make something happen here." A hearing is set for June 29th. Read more in the Cincinnati Business Courier. And a longtime independent bookstore in northern Kentucky is under new ownership after 47 years. Blue Marble Bookstore in Fort Thomas has been purchased by sisters Allison Rowe and Emily O'Hearn. They're taking over from Peter Moore, who ran the store for more than 20 years after the death of his wife and store founder Tina Moore. The shop opened in 1979 and is known for children's books and its life-sized Goodnight Moon Great Green Room. The new owners plan a community event to gather input on future offerings. Read more in the Business Courier. As you can tell every time you listen to Wake Up, I draw all the content from the credible sources of journalism right in this city. But if I've messed up with anything like how to pronounce something, or you think there's just something more I need to know about a certain story, you can always drop me a line at editor@wakeupthenews.org. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Wake Up.